I'm going to start off. We're going to move through real quickly with this program. Start off with opening remarks from the town manager, Rodney Collins.
Better.
There hasn't been that kind of applause at recent meetings. Only kidding. I know I'm on MTV. I am honored to stand here before you to participate in this changing of the command ceremony. I would like to welcome firefighters, family, friends, co-workers, and colleagues. I'm sure I'm going to be missing a lot of people, but there's a couple people that I bumped into on my way in that I just want to acknowledge. Mark Dellner was on the review panel that looked at the candidate, and Mark and I go way back to our Dover, New Hampshire days. He started as a firefighter, myself as a police officer. Mark, can you just raise your hand? I know that Select Board Chair Carol Sherman is here, right here. I saw Superintendent of Schools Patty DeBoer here. I saw Chief Scott Carline of the Police Department. And I'm sure, oh, I see the town clerk, Debbie Damey. And I'm sure that there are some other dignitaries and people that I'm missing, so I apologize in advance. It takes a very special person to serve as a firefighter and to brave the risks involved. The sacrifices at family functions and at other events requires a sense of duty. And the town must always, always be appreciative of that. And to the men and women of the Mashpee Fire and Rescue, thank you for all you do day in and day out to keep us safe and sound. Thank you. Prior to commencing the purpose of our presence, I would be remiss if I did not salute Chief Thomas Rullo. Chief Rullo was an extremely dedicated fire chief who was committed to professional standards and excellence. He was steadfast and going above and beyond in order to get the job done. Chief Rullo, the town of Mashpee owes you a tremendous amount of gratitude for your service. I personally and professionally thank you and wish you all the best in happiness and health as you enjoy a well-earned retirement. Congratulations, Chief, on a job well done. He received his EMT paramedic certification in 1989. He continued a path towards professional development with advanced training and credentialing, which included leadership courses through the International Association of Fire Chiefs. He also received certification as a fire inspector through the Massachusetts Fire Training Council in 2005, and as a fire prevention officer through the Office of the State Fire Marshal in 2012. He further received FEMA, Incident Command, and other management training. Chief Phelan's knowledge, skills, and abilities are impeccable. He is well qualified in terms of education, training, and experience to perform the general duties and essential functions before him as fire chief. Within Section 5-2 of the Mashpee Town Charter, it refers to a merit principle. It specifically states, and I quote, "All appointments and promotion, past performance, or by other evidence of competence and suitability," end of quote. Chief Phelan has reached the pinnacle of his career by satisfying all of that criteria. Chief Phelan has not only had a successful career in the fire service, but has also become involved in community affairs, and approximately 3 years ago was elected to the Mashpee Planning Board, which unfortunately he will need to step down from as a department head. From his community involvement to his devoted work ethic, to his unquestionable integrity, to his command presence, Chief Phelan was ready for this appointment. Chief, I respect your suitability and fitness for this job, which brought you to this day. Congratulations. Now, not to steal Debbie Damie's thunder, but you come up here and we're going to do a ceremonial swearing in. And raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, John F. Phelan,
I, John F. Phelan,
solemnly swear
that
that I will perform the duties of fire chief,
I will perform the duties of fire chief,
the office to which I have been appointed,
the office to which I have been appointed,
faithfully and impartially,
to
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
the best of my knowledge and ability.
I, John F. Phelan,
I, John F. Phelan,
solemnly swear
swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Commonwealth of
to
Massachusetts,
the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
and shall support the laws and Constitution thereof.
and support the laws and Constitution thereof.
I, John F. Phelan,
I, John F. Phelan,
solemnly swear
swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Town of
to
Mashpee,
the Town of Mashpee,
consistent with the rules and regulations
consistent with the rules and regulations
of my office and the responsibilities thereof.
of my office and the responsibilities
So
thereof.
help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
This is my son Kevin. I've asked him to pin me. I'll say a few words. I'm kind of a little overwhelmed here, but first off, I want to thank Town Manager Rodney Collins and Assistant Town Manager Wayne Taylor for the support, as well as members of the Board of Selectmen for their confirmation of my appointment. I'd like to thank my family and my friends that are here. I wouldn't be here without your love and support. And my wife Darlene has put up with me for the last 41 years. To the members of the Mashpee Fire Department, there's more to the oath than just what I just said. I promise to you guys that I will support and provide you, to the best of my ability, the training and equipment you need to continue to do the outstanding job that you do. I promise to work collaboratively with you and cooperative and meet the challenges as they come along, so that we can move forward, whether it be internal or external. God, now I'm lost. Chief Rullo, if I could have you come over here. Well, first thing I will say this is Chief Rullo, if you could just stand at attention. Chief Rullo, I relieve you of command.
I stand relieved, sir.
I do want to say one thing. Chief Rullo has been a mentor, a friend, a confidant. I just want to point out one other thing. In my career, my first 20 years of the career, there's another man who's been a mentor, a friend, who's taught me a lot, and I would be remiss if I didn't recognize you, Sheldon Hamblin, the former deputy chief. I want to give as you go on your travels, I, myself, and my wife wanted to give you a gift. It's something that you could use in your exploits around the country. So I got you this.
Oh my. Where's mine?
I would like to invite up Mashpee Firefighters Local 2519 President. All right, so I didn't.
So I really wasn't expecting this many people, so I didn't really write anything down or whatever, so I'm going to kind of just wing it. But the last 10 years have been...
In the next 10 years?
Yeah, right. They've been interesting. And so, but what I take away from it, and I think what the E-Board takes away from it as well, and hopefully the firefighters that are in the back, is that, you know, you can have your differences, you can come together, and you can work together and pull in the right direction. So, again, I think we've accomplished that. I'm proud of that myself. I know that the guys are as well, that we've kind of, again, came together and started pulling in the same way. So I look forward to the next 10 years, you know, with Chief Phelan, and I wish you the best, Chief. And we will miss you around here, and some of the little quirkinesses that you have or whatever. But we got this. Little story behind this plaque. For all of you that don't know, this is Lenny Goldman, Lieutenant Lenny Goldman. He's our treasurer. It's Captain Kevin Long, who's our vice president, and firefighter Chris Shute, who is our treasurer. Chris actually went out. He found another firefighter, ironically enough, from Florida. It wasn't Orange County.
Hillsborough.
We did ask if he knew you. He said no. But he makes these signs or whatever. So we thought this was fitting. Had a little snafu with it, but we were able to get it there. So this patch, for all of you that don't recognize it, this was one of the things that Chief Rullo had worked together with the union to do, was to update our patch. So we were able to put the new patch on there, and then obviously the dates that they were there. So with gratitude, Chief.
Thank you.
Good luck.
All right, so I'm not I know that Chief Collins and I had talked, so I'm not supposed to do a George Baker speech. Any of you remember George Baker? Could be a long time. I took a childhood passion and turned it into a career. It's going to be a little tough just to turn it off, and I think anybody who's retired in here who's a firefighter or a public safety officer would know that it's very hard to turn it off. But it's easy for me to turn it off because I'm leaving it in great hands. Jack called me a mentor, but without Jack, I would be lost. Many of the chiefs and public safety officers in the room know that having somebody by your side, confident, someone that you can run things back and forth with is essential, and Jack was that person. So I have spent a career wanting to do one simple thing, and that is to help people. And to make it simple, that's what I try to do every day, try to do what I was supposed to do to be able to help people. A little bit different at this part of the job because you're not really doing as much helping, but you are facilitating the help for those people behind you. There was an article in the Enterprise, and I appreciate the article because it did highlight a lot for me. And that was the gals upstairs, Christine and Krista, put together a board of all the thank yous that we get from people. And you know, we kind of don't really celebrate that. But to be able to have that board out where people can see it, and mainly the firefighters can see it, that's the thanks that we get for doing this job, for doing the simple thing of helping people every day. Thank you very much.
And I did forget, Christine and Krista, the two administrative assistants upstairs, they're my lifeblood. They save me every day, and I forgot to mention them, and I just want them to know that I treasure what they do for me every day. That concludes the ceremony. We have donuts, coffee, everything else. Please mingle, enjoy. It is a work day, so we're all going to get back to work. Thanks.